Barcelona have defeated Real Sociedad 1-0 with a goal coming from Ronald Araujo scoring in the very last minute of this game. Like literally in the last minute. We ended up showing our true selves in the last 2 minutes of the match. Like I was like, okay, whatever we did in the last 2 minutes of the game, why couldn't we do that for 90 minutes? Overall though, Barcelona had a masterclass, right? They were amazing. They were passing the ball everywhere. They were outclassing Real Sociedad. Kubo didn't even touch the ball. Ter Stegen didn't even see the ball. He did not even have to do not one block shot. Barcelona played amazing. We did what we had to do. The attack was creating chances after chances. Pedri and Gavi and Gundogan and Araujo, Koundé, Inigo Martinez were putting out masterclass performances. Barcelona were amazing. These were 3 points that were very crucial for the club, and I think that with this win, it brings Barcelona to where they deserve on the table, which is 3rd place and 1 point behind Real Madrid, and we're only going to get better from here. The way that Barcelona played against Real Sociedad was just so inspiring, right? It was amazing. Who wouldn't want to replicate our style of play right now? But I was joking, right? I was just joking. Don't worry. I know that I was trolling on social media and on Instagram and on Twitter, and I was saying how Barcelona put out a masterclass because of this 1-0 win. I'm just joking. Barcelona did not do that whatsoever. Like, to be very honest, in the first 90 minutes, right? You guys heard that right? 90 minutes. The first 90 minutes of the game, I was about to go to sleep. I was just like laying down. I'm looking at this game and I was just like, what is this, right? What is going on? I'm getting tired. I feel sleepy. Did I forget to drink my caffeine for today? Like what was going on? And then I started to realize that Barcelona were playing very bland football. And in the first 45 minutes of this game, the opposition was so dominant. Barcelona had nothing in the first 45 minutes. I think that in the first 45 minutes, we were atrocious. It was disgusting football. We didn't dominate not a single inch on the pitch. We didn't dominate nothing. It was like nothing. And it's unfortunate. I know how the fans do feel, right? The Real Sociedad fans, how they feel about this loss, because I know that they feel like that they should have won this game. And I would even give it to them. I would also say that they should have won this game. But Barcelona should have been down 3-0, 4-0 in the first 45 minutes because of the amount of chances they were generating against us. And Kubo was actually a star player for them. He was amazing. I think that he was better than 10 of our players that we assembled today. The only player that was able to one-up Kubo, it was Gundogan. Gundogan was organizing play. He was always trying to put the ball away from dangerous areas, and he was doing everything that he could. He was amazing in this game throughout the whole course of the 90 minutes. But everybody else, I would even maybe say Gavi was above Kubo, but honestly, Kubo was better than 99% of our players. Like, he was just so important for the team. Zubimendi was also amazing. The striker of Real Sociedad was also amazing. Their left back, Munoz, was also amazing. I really want to give out my appreciation to that team. They were amazing in my opinion. Now I understand why they're doing so well in the Champions League and they're doing so well in La Liga. I fully do think, and I'm sorry to say this, I know that many Barcelona fans want me to one-up this team, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm not going to lie to everybody here and say that Barcelona were amazing, masterclass, right? It was the best football that we have ever seen. I really want to just give out my respects to this opposition that we have faced. They were courageous. They were excellent in everything that they had to do. I think that they came to Barcelona with the correct attitude, and that is something that Barcelona should be looking up to, because they did not have 50 to 80 million euro players in their squad, right? They did not invest 250 million euros in their squad at all, right? They relied on veterans and they relied on the youth, and they were able to build good chemistry, give out a great attitude, come out with great courage, and that is why Barcelona suffered a lot in the first 45 minutes. And it's crazy, right, how football does work, because last week I felt like Barcelona should have won against Real Madrid, but we lost, right? Because we played well. We outplayed Real Madrid, but we lost. And in this game against Real Sociedad, we won this game, but we did not play well. Like, I really want to make that clear. Barcelona did not play well. I was so sleepy. I was so tired. I'm like, there's so many other things that I could do right now that does not involve Barcelona. It was disgusting. It was disrespectful. I was like, okay, with these players that we have, looking at how Barcelona almost had 1 week of rest, I expected much more from this team. Barcelona had a total of 12 shots and Sociedad had 13. We had 4 shots on target, and the opposition had a total of 6 shots on target. We should have gotten way more with Joao Felix and Lewandowski. As a matter of fact, since we're talking about those two players provided little to almost nothing against this team. They basically did not do anything. And I'm like, okay, like, you know, they had a game against Lewandowski, right? He had a game against Real Madrid. Maybe he had to get into rhythm. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, he did not play well, but maybe it's because it's his first game back after a long-term injury. But in this game, again, he didn't really do anything. With Joao Felix, I understand that he was trying to hustle, trying to go deeper into the field to receive the ball. But again, another player that did not do anything or benefit us at all. When Ferran Torres and Rafinha and Lamine Yamal came into the game later on the second half, they did way more than what Joao Felix and Lewandowski did. As a matter of fact, let me say this. I think that once Barcelona have all of their midfielders healthy, when we have Pedri at 100%, Gavi 100%, and also not having so many yellow cards and not being banned for whatever reason, right? If we have Gavi available, Pedri available, Frankie available, we have Fermin Lopez available, Gundogan available, I don't see Joao Felix starting in this team. I just don't. Like, I know that there was a lot of hype in the first 2 games that he did play, scoring goals, providing an assist, but he just seems very disconnected. I don't think that he provides enough in the front 3, and Xavi knows, and he said this before. He said, like, look, I know that many of the players that you see in the starting 11 may not be starting in the next game because there is a lot of competition. It's true, there is a lot of competition. If Joao Felix is going to be doing this and almost provide little to almost nothing per game, then I can see Gavi, Pedri, Frankie, Gundogan starting in the middle of the pitch and forming a box 4, right? I honestly just really don't see Joao Felix in there. And I know that many might see this as a problem, and many might say, but Kevin, you're wrong, because Lewandowski even said he needs more attackers around him to get the best out of him. But look what has been going on in the past few games. We lose total control. We still end up with the same result. We cannot score more than 4 goals to even save our own lives. And I just feel like if we're not going to be able to find any difference with Joao Felix on there playing with Lewandowski, then just add in another midfielder, have Pedri, Gavi, Frankie, and Gundogan in the middle of the pitch. Don't even think about using Oriol Romeo, and just play with those 4 players. That type of like formation and the system and the type of players that you have in the 11 will give you much more control. It will give you much more, you know, like you'll feel much more at ease, because, like, for example, in the game, right, going back to the match, Barcelona had no control, and there's a big problem with that. If Barcelona have no control and they're gonna act like the way that they acted against Real Sociedad, the opposition is gonna end up scoring. And can you imagine, right? Can you imagine Barcelona giving out this much control to the opposition, and it was against a City or a Bayern or a Real Madrid? We would be losing 4-0, 5-0 per game. So it's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing. So let's start with that. Let's start with going with Gavi, Frankie, Pedri, and Gundogan in the starting 11, and have more control and bring the correct attitude, right? Those 2 things. Use those 4 midfielders and also bring the correct attitude and come in with a lot of energy, come in with a lot of enthusiasm. Don't come into the match and just act like you don't care and, you know, everything's going to go okay because we have better individual players. Like, no, that's not going to get you anywhere. And look, we had our chances. Barcelona had 2 very big chances that did rely on Gavi. The first chance came in very early, with Gavi being the only player going up against the goalkeeper. All he had to do was shoot the ball and put the ball inside the net, but he decided to pass, and I'm like, well, what was that, right? You received a amazing pass and you decided to just cut back and pass the ball to another player when you were on a 1v1 with the goalkeeper. And then he also had another chance when Pedri passed the ball to Gavi, and Gavi was again in the last, I believe it was in the last 10 minutes, and he was on a 1v1 against the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper blocked it. So I'm like, okay, you lost 2 chances, you knew that you had to score, and it did not end up going through. So like, Barcelona had a couple of chances, but I still stand by what I say. I just feel like Gavi, Pedri, Frankie, and Gundogan, when they're on top of their game, they will be unstoppable. Pedri coming back to this match made me feel much better, because the way that he controlled the ball, the way that he always tried to make plays very simple. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when Pedri had the ball, you just felt more at ease. And I'm just so happy to see that Pedri's back because of the way that he performed. He came back after being out for almost 2 months, right? And he's already been more effective than Lewandowski ever was. And he was creating chances after chances and organizing play. I love that. Again, going back to what I said, Pedri, Gundogan, Frankie, and Gavi is your answer. But this is by far a very undeserving win. We'll take it, right? Because there were 3 very important points, 3 golden points, 3 points that kept Barcelona alive in this race. But it was fully undeserved. And thank you to Gundogan with his amazing assist. Very perfectly timed, by the way, right? Even the VAR had to check to see if that was offside, but his amazing assist to Araujo saved Barcelona. It saved Barcelona completely. That was the only time Barcelona showed their true selves. So again, I do want to congratulate Real Sociedad for what they did and how they approached us. I also want to congratulate some individual players from Barcelona. I would say that Gavi, Gundogan, Araujo, Inigo Martinez, Pedri came in with a lot of eager to win, right? They showed character. Gundogan was right about what he said about a week ago. He said Barcelona don't show the correct attitude. They seem very calm after a loss against their rivals, and we need to do better. Gundogan was 100% correct on that day. When he said that, I'm like, finally someone is shouting out and putting Barcelona on blast about how they should be reacting, how they should be feeling about certain losses or certain results. Much more character is needed, and hopefully this is a wake-up call. So that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.